Alright guys, we're back to another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to be looking at another tier list by the homie RollerZZ over on the Dokkan subreddit. So shoutouts to RollerZZ and shoutouts to the Dokkan sub. A lot of cool cats over there. Now let's jump into it. So what we're going to be looking at, this is actually a super INT tier list right here. Now, mostly when we've looked at these that RollerZZ has made, they have been category teams, right? Because category teams are like the meta right now. 120% teams, you know, like Super INT, you know, Extreme AGL, Super Physical, things like that. They're pretty much, I would say, really only relevant for, you know, the original 10 stages of Super Battle Road. Dokkan Battlefield, I find that using just type teams like this is very, very effective in Dokkan Battlefield. And then also for like Extreme Z Awakening events, sometimes mono teams can work pretty well. For instance, you know, using a Super Saiyan 4 Goku team against Physical Kid Boo's EZA does work rather well. So I do think really there's three type teams that I think are good enough that would merit this. One, of course, is Super INT. I think Super Tech is also that powerful, and Super Physical. Those, I would say, are the three best typings in the game. I feel like I'm leaning right now towards Super Tech as the best, but Super INT to me, something about, you know, LR Super Vegito, even having a unit like the Chaozu, who I believe is not on this list. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. He's just a unit that's, you know, he's useful. I don't know. I feel like maybe he should make it on this list, maybe as an honorable mention or a C tier, just from his overall value in, you know, Super Battle Road, as well as the World Tournament. That SR Chaozu is a godly unit. All right, so matter of fact, since I was just talking about him, let me bring him up. What is a fast way I could bring up Chaozu here? Hold on. I guess I could go over to LRTN and Chaozu, and then they would probably share some link with Chaozu. Here, let me see here. Probably Dodon Ray? The SR Chaozu would probably have, I presume. Let me see here. Yes, he does. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this Chaozu right here, one of the, I mean, really, him and the Tech Jacko might be the best SRs in the game. Just, again, how useful they are. What their ability does is they completely stun the enemy team 100% chance the first time they show up in battle. So for something like Super Battle Road, where, you know, in the original 10 stages you do 4 battles, in category Super Battle Road you do 3 battles, but usually, you know, they'll last anywhere from, I don't know, like 4 to 6 turns, something like that. So you might realistically only have Chaozu come around twice during the fight, and, you know, the first time is basically he's a Ghost Usher. It's very, very effective, and it's really helpful for Super Battle Road, especially if you don't have, you know, a full team of rainbow units and stuff like that. I just, people sleep on this Chaozu even still. Like, I've had 2 consecutive top 100 finishes in the World Tournament, and it's thanks to Chaozu, man. SR Chaozu, SR Tech Jacko, they're just that damn good. That 100% chance to stun saves so many items and is just really a lifesaver. So we're looking at honorable mentions here. Of course, Elder Kais are an INT type, and then of course we have a Grand Elder Kai there as well. Now, since we're just looking at their effectiveness on the Super INT team, excuse me, that's why a unit like Android 21 right here is so low. Android 21 is very, very good, but in order to really utilize her to her strength, it does have to be on an Android category team. That's why she's down here. This is a nuking Vegeta. He's meh. This is one of the worst TURs in the game, this Super Saiyan Trunks. This Arale is a free-to-play unit. She's quite bad as well. This Super Saiyan Gohan is just as bad as that Trunks, one of the first TURs in the game. This Videl is actually not a terrible unit. And she actually will be awakening soon, I believe, on JP. There will be new stages added to the Ribrianne event. So I will be very curious to see how good some of these waifu cards get. Videl as well, one of them. My here, her stunning could be useful on something like Super Battle Road. I have seen some people have beaten, Super Int, Super Battle Road with this Mai before, but just her stunning, like she's a pretty old card now at this point, about 2 years old. So I think, an awakening for her would be nice. Hopefully, this Mai awakens as well with a lot of the other girl cards that are about to get awakenings. We'll see. Kale. Now, this Kale is amazing. A very, very good unit. But in order for her to be really effective, she is a support type unit for Universal Survival Saga units. So, she really needs to be on the Universal Survival Saga team in order to properly build up that power, right? This Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the Baba Shop is quite bad. He needs an awakening. This free-to-play Android 17, I feel like C might be a bit far down for him, but I mean, when I look at what we got here, nah, he's in the right spot. Obviously, there are many Super Int type units that are not going to be here, by the way. Here, let me open up DBZ Space. DBZ Space is an easier way to look at all Super Int types. So here, we'll just go Int, and then we'll go Super. So, of course, I'm sure there are going to be a number of units who are not, like, represented on this tier list. Because, again, there's just so many. Like, this Yamcha right here, right, is not there. The fierce declaration of war Yamcha. There's going to be a lot of SSRs that are not actually on this tier list. So, do keep that in mind as we're going through this list right here. We have this Super Saiyan Gotenks. He's okay, but I believe the tech one is a lot better because the tech one is an orb changer, if I'm not mistaken. And the int one, he just gives 3 key to int types. This Gohan right here, this Gray Saiyaman card, it's not a bad support type unit. This Super Saiyan 3 Goku is a pretty good support type unit for the Super Saiyan 3 category. The problem is his name. There are 3 exceptional Super Saiyan 3 Goku cards. LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, EZA AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and now the EZA SCR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. All 3 of them are, some of the most powerful cards in the Super Saiyan 3 category. So it makes it hard to use this Goku right here. This Bardock is really quite good if sealing can be effective against an event. And then this Gohan is a solid support unit, and free-to-play Hybrid Saiyan leader for the Hybrid Saiyan team. Okay, so moving up to the B tier, we have Jackie Chun, who is the World Tournament category leader. So I guess that's one reason why he's in the B spot. Makes sense. This Vegito's pretty bad. Not really much to talk about there. This Super Trunks also pretty bad. Let's see. He should get an awakening sometime soon, I would think. Seems like it's going to be about his time to get an awakening in one of these upcoming World Tournaments. Maybe the next one or the one after that. Actually, if Goku Black is the reward card for the next World Tournament, it would make sense, I guess, if this Super Trunks would get an awakening there. Now, God Goku seems a bit low to me. Let me take a look at God Goku. I remember this God Goku being pretty good. Supreme damage, lowers defense. Attack and defense 80% when HP is 30% or above. So, yeah, again, he's right there with AGL and SCR Super Saiyan God Gokus. Difference is that he has Shattering Limit instead of Fierce Battle. That's about it. So he's on a similar level. I feel like you could probably push God Goku up to the A tier for sure. Alright, so next we have this INT Gotenks here, this base form Gotenks. He's a free-to-play category leader for the Fusion team, not bad. Pandel, I feel like you could probably move Pandel up to the A tier as well. She's at 30% attack buff for all allies. Can be quite useful. This Goten, I'm going to be very curious to see how solid this Goten and the Tech Super Saiyan Trunks are after they Dokkan awaken. It's also going to be very interesting to see exactly how I think a movie hero category could be handled, because I feel as though with the Broly movie about to happen, a movie hero category leader could very well be in the works. Gogeta, for all we know, there's an Ultra Instinct Goku appearance in the Broly movie who could be like a movie hero category. And I am curious what would happen to like the Family Kamehameha units, some of these Goten and Trunks cards, because I don't think like they couldn't overlap with movie heroes and Buu Saga team. So I feel like if movie heroes was introduced, like the Family Kamehameha cards would be removed from the Majin Buu Saga team and put in the movie Hero team. We'll see if that does happen. LR Piccolo is probably right where he needs to be. He's the worst LR in the game. He's good on defense in, like, normal Dokkan events, but you take him in a Super Battle Road or anything harder, and he's not really as effective. This INT Gohan, he's kind of a fodder level TUR, nothing crazy. This Beerus is pretty solid. Only problem with him is he is a Shattering Limit unit, but outside of that, he's pretty effective. Paikon, or Paikuhan, he got a bit of a nerf, seemingly on JP, because he is now a Shattering the Limit unit. But he does have, we're looking at the JP one, attack 100%, he does still greatly lower attack, shocking speed. It's just he doesn't fit on the Super INT team very well. Like, if you just look at him, he's not bad. Like, 100% attack, greatly lowers attack. He does have shocking speed, but, once you start considering him for the actual Super INT team itself, like, yeah, he's not super great. Now, this Trunks is a free-to-play unit. Let me retake a look at him. So this is a free-to-play unit that has Fierce Battle. Attacks 70% when facing two or fewer enemies. That's fine. Prepare for battle, Super Saiyan Dismal Future. Yeah, he's aight. He is a free-to-play unit. His attack is going to max out at 10,000. So I feel as though this Trunks could probably be moved down to the B tier. He's solid, but I don't think he's as effective as Paikon or Beerus. So moving on to the S tier, of course, Blue Vegeta. Still very good. Now, some people might think like, oh, damn, I've got the Imp Blue Vegeta rainbowed. Now Evolution Blue Vegeta's out, so he's completely pointless, but not completely, because the Future Saga team, this INT Blue Vegeta is on that team, but the AGL Evolution Blue Vegeta is not, because obviously Evolution Blue Vegeta is not the Vegeta that was fighting in the future. So this guy is still useful and effective. He is good against the Cell EZA, and I do feel as though Cell is the strongest Extreme Z-Awaken unit in the game, so that's pretty good. This Trunks, that's probably a good spot for him. Very good upon his release. Now I think he's faded a little bit, as nuking cards tend to, outside of, god level units like LR Gohan. This Whis, very strong support unit. Makes sense that he's there. This Super Saiyan Goku is a very good orb changer. Of course, orb changers are even more valuable on Super INT because you have the best nuker in the game, LR Gohan on the team. This Super Saiyan Armor Goku, very effective unit as well. Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, let me actually bring him up. Just because Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, he's never been released on Global. He could eventually be released on Global. I'm gonna say this. The hero cards on Global, it's not so unrealistic anymore to me. That's what I'll say. So Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, I do think, could eventually find his way to Global, along with adult Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, Darkness Stoa. Those units could make their way to Global Dokkan at some point. Now, if we look at this guy, attack and defense 60% is fine, and then he gets an additional 60% attack when performing his super attack. Because those are calculated during different phases, this causes this Gohan to hit incredibly hard at the level of a 156% attack buff. So this Super Saiyan 3 Gohan is very powerful. I remember a long time ago when he came out, Mobile Man did the numbers, and if this Super Saiyan 3 Gohan had a Dokkan Awakening, Mobile Man just basically said just the same realm of this Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks right here. Just a similar awakening that this guy got. To go from 80% when performing a super attack to 100% when performing a super attack. If it just that little buff, and this guy would be hitting about as hard as INT Gogeta. This Super Saiyan 3 Gohan is a very strong unit. He just doesn't awaken yet. That's the only thing about him. So he doesn't have Shattering Limit or Fierce Battle. But a very good unit nonetheless. Excuse me. So now we get up to the top row. We have INT Gogeta here, who of course is INT Gogeta. I feel like that's good enough. LR Super Vegito, again, I don't need to go over him. We know how damn good he is. Same with LR Gohan. Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, y'all know he's a monster. The ceiling, the support, the attack and defense. UI Goku, the attack and defense, amazing. INT Ultimate Gohan. He's actually very effective. I like him a lot as an EZA unit, because what happens is he gets the 5 key when key is 7 or more. So essentially, this Ultimate Gohan always super attacks. That makes him useful because, you know, you could put him wherever on the team and he's always going to super. In particular, I really like his role on the Majin Buu Saga team because of how wonky and weirdly that team links. But this Gohan, you know, he's just supering constantly no matter what anyway. So it just helps him a lot. He does greatly raise his attack. You know, 80% attack, 40% defense. Just overall a strong unit. To take him from that flat passive to a percentage really helped out this Gohan a lot. I do like him. He's very good. This LR Goku, who is not going to have Fierce Battle or Shattering Limit. This LR Goku is an exceptional unit. He is actually the reward for Category Super Battle Road. So, global players, this should be coming sometime within the next few months here. The 2 key and 30% attack and defense of Superclass allies is very good, plus an additional 20% for Superclass allies when HP is 50% or below. He's got solid links, and he has a very good leader skill. He is a very strong reward for Super Battle Road, and a very good card. We have the Super INT 40% support type unit, Kid Gohan, very good. And then Shugesh. Now, obviously, Roller ZZ is memeing here. This Shugesh, he's like, all allies attack and defense 7,000. Then they get an additional 2,000 defense per giant form category unit on the team. So, he's, again, like, he'll give a little bit to the team. Global is about to get this guy, by the way. The Bardock event revamp comes at, I think, in about a week's time or so, along with a double rates banner. So keep that in mind, global players. You know, he will have his awakening very, very soon. But, alright, guys, so that will about cover it for the Super INT tier list. Of course, shoutouts to the homie Roller ZZ, the Dokkan subreddit. I appreciate all that y'all do. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next one.